Ancient civilizations engaged in diverse economic activities and established extensive trade networks that shaped their development and influence. Ancient civilizations engaged in diverse economic activities and established extensive trade networks that were crucial for their development and prosperity. Here's an overview of some key ancient civilizations and their economic activities and trade networks. First, ancient Mesopotamia, Sumer, Babylon. Ancient Mesopotamia, encompassing Sumer and Babylon, flourished as a center of early civilization due to its fertile river valleys and strategic position. Its economy was driven by advanced agricultural practices enabled by irrigation from the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, yielding crops like barley, dates, and vegetables. Urban centers such as Ur and Babylon thrived as hubs of commerce, trading grains, textiles, metals, pottery, and luxury goods across vast overland routes, extending to Anatolia, Syria, and the Arabian Peninsula. Maritime trade through the Persian Gulf connected Mesopotamia with the Indus Valley Civilization and Gulf states, facilitating the exchange of timber, copper, pearls, and more. This economic prosperity fueled urbanization, establishing cities as administrative and cultural centers with palaces and temples. Mesopotamian trade not only accumulated wealth among elites, but also promoted cultural exchange, breeding cuneiform script and fostering technological innovations. This economic legacy influenced subsequent empires like Assyria, Babylon, and Persia, shaping the economic landscape of the ancient Near East. Ancient Mesopotamia's contributions through agriculture and trade networks laid enduring foundations for the development of ancient civilizations. Second, ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt, centered around the Nile River delta and valley, thrived on agriculture, supported by annual Nile floods. They cultivated wheat, barley, flax for linen, and various fruits and vegetables, using sophisticated irrigation systems. Egyptian craftsmanship was renowned, producing pottery, jewelry, and textiles. Trade thrived due to Egypt's strategic location, exchanging agricultural surpluses, luxury goods, and raw materials. Egypt's trade networks included extensive maritime routes through the Mediterranean and Red Seas, connecting with regions like the Levant and East Africa. Overland trade with Nubia, Libya, and the Levant also flourished, enriching Egyptian cities like Memphis and Alexandria. This trade fostered wealth, urbanization, and cultural exchange, influencing art, architecture, and religious practices across the ancient world. Ancient Egypt's economic activities and trade networks left a profound legacy, shaping subsequent civilizations and economies for centuries, particularly during the Ptolemaic and Roman periods in the Mediterranean and Near East. Third, ancient Indus Valley Civilization. The Indus Valley Civilization, flourishing along the Indus River, relied on agriculture with sophisticated irrigation. They excelled in craftsmanship, producing pottery, jewelry, and metalwork. Extensive trade networks linked them internationally, with Mesopotamia and locally through ports like Lothal, facilitating exchange of goods and cultural influences. Urban centers like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro thrived, evidencing advanced urban planning and infrastructure. Despite its decline around 1900 BCE, the Indus Valley civilization's economic and cultural legacy endured, shaping future societies in South Asia. Fourth, ancient China Shang, Zhou, Qin, Han dynasties. Ancient China, spanning several dynasties including the Shang, Zhou, Qin, and Han, developed a diverse and impactful economy, centered around agriculture and trade. Here's an exploration of their economic activities and trade networks. Economic activities. 1. Agriculture formed the backbone of ancient Chinese economy. Staple crops included rice and millet, cultivated in the fertile river valleys of the Yellow River, Huanghe, and the Yangtze River. Advanced irrigation techniques, such as canals and dikes, were developed to harness the river's seasonal floods for agricultural productivity. 2. Craftsmanship and industry. Chinese artisans were renowned for their craftsmanship in various fields. They excelled in ceramics, producing high-quality pottery and porcelain adorned with intricate designs. Metalworking, particularly bronze casting, reached advanced levels during the Shang and Zhou dynasties, producing ritual vessels, weapons, and ornaments. Silk production, originating in China, became a prestigious industry, with silk garments and textiles highly valued both domestically and internationally. 3. Trade and commerce. Trade played a crucial role in ancient China's economy, fostering cultural exchange and economic prosperity. Trade networks expanded both overland and by sea, facilitating the exchange of goods and ideas across Asia and beyond. Trade networks. 1. Silk Road. The Silk Road was a network of trade routes that connected China with Central Asia, India, the Middle East, and eventually the Mediterranean region. Originating during the Han Dynasty 206 BCE, 220 CE, the Silk Road facilitated the exchange of silk, tea, spices, ceramics, precious metals, and cultural artifacts. Chinese silk, renowned for its quality and craftsmanship, became a highly sought-after commodity among foreign traders. 2. Maritime trade. Maritime trade flourished along China's coastal regions, particularly during the Han Dynasty. Ports such as Guangzhou Canton and Quanzhou served as crucial hubs for trade with Southeast Asia, India, and beyond. Chinese goods such as silk, ceramics, tea, and lacquerware were exported in exchange for spices, pearls, ivory, and exotic woods. 3. Tribute system. Under the Han Dynasty, China established a tribute system with neighboring states and distant lands. Foreign emissaries and envoys would present tribute to the Chinese emperor, fostering diplomatic relations and facilitating trade exchanges. This system not only promoted economic ties, but also reinforced China's cultural and political influence in East Asia. Economic impact. 1. Urbanization and infrastructure. Economic prosperity during the Han Dynasty contributed to the growth of cities and urban centers. Chang and modern-day Xi'an, Luoyang, and other cities flourished as administrative, commercial, and cultural hubs. Infrastructure development, including the construction of roads, canals, and granaries, supported agricultural productivity and trade logistics. 2. Cultural exchange. Trade along the Silk Road and maritime routes facilitated extensive cultural exchange between China and neighboring civilizations. Buddhism, originating in India, spread to China via these trade networks, influencing Chinese philosophy, art, and religious practices. Chinese inventions such as papermaking, printing, and gunpowder also disseminated to other parts of Asia and Europe, transforming global technological advancements. 3. Legacy and influence. The economic achievements of ancient China, particularly its innovations in agriculture, craftsmanship, and trade networks, left a lasting legacy on global history. The Silk Road, in particular, became a symbol of cultural exchange and economic interdependence across Eurasia, shaping civilizations and fostering the development of international trade routes for centuries to come. In summary, ancient China's economy thrived on agriculture, craftsmanship, and extensive trade networks like the Silk Road. These economic activities not only fueled domestic growth and urbanization, but also contributed to China's influence on regional and global scales, making it a pivotal player in ancient world history. Fifth, ancient Greece and Rome. Ancient Greece and Rome. 2. Influential civilizations in the Mediterranean region developed robust economies based on agriculture, mining, and extensive trade networks. Here's an overview of their economic activities and trade networks. Ancient Greece. 1. Agriculture. Ancient Greece's economy was predominantly agrarian, with olives, grapes for wine, and grains like wheat and barley as staple crops. The fertile valleys of Greece supported agricultural production, while terraced farming techniques optimized land use. 2. Maritime trade. Greece's geographic location and numerous islands fostered a thriving maritime trade network across the Mediterranean Sea and beyond. Greek city-states such as Athens and Corinth became major trading hubs, exporting goods like olive oil, wine, pottery, and textiles. Imports included luxury items, metals, and exotic goods from Egypt, the Near East, and beyond. 3. Craftsmanship and artisans. Greek artisans were renowned for their craftsmanship, producing pottery, sculpture, metalwork, and textiles of exceptional quality. Cities like Athens developed specialized workshops and markets agoras where artisans sold their goods, contributing to economic growth and cultural exchange. Ancient Rome. 1. Agriculture and rural economy. The Roman economy was initially agrarian, with large estates, latifundia producing grains, olives, grapes, and other crops. Roman agricultural practices, such as irrigation and crop rotation, enhanced productivity and supported urban populations. 2. Trade and commerce. Rome expanded upon Greece's trade networks, establishing an extensive system of roads, via and sea routes across the Mediterranean and beyond. Goods such as grain from Egypt, silk from China, via the Silk Road, spices from India, and metals from Hispania, Spain flowed into Rome. Roman ports like Ostia and Puteoli facilitated trade, while the Roman state controlled major trade routes to ensure stability and revenue. 3. Urbanization and markets. Roman cities, including Rome itself, were vibrant centers of economic activity. Markets forum bustled with traders selling goods from across the empire.